Welcome back to CBN News Watch. As we look toward the weekend, there is a lot coming up with the football season now in full swing. That's why CBN sports reporter Shawn Brown is joining us now to talk more about it. So let's begin. We've got Antonio Brown making headlines all over the place again. I feel like he did it all summer long. So what's happening? Where are we now?
Well, I'll tell you, out of all of the things that has happened in the last few weeks, from frostbite, helmet issues, arguing with the Raiders, and being released from the Raiders, now signing with the Patriots. Well, in the last few days, he's was accused of sexual assault from his former trainer. Allegedly, he sexually assaulted his former trainer on 3 different occasions between 2017 and 2018. Of course, out of all the other things that we've heard from or about Antonio Brown, this is definitely the most serious. He's taking all of this into Foxborough and hadn't played it down this season. We're heading into week 2, and this is the latest. He has said that he is innocent. He hadn't committed any type of crimes or anything against his former trainer. By now, most of us have heard about this. What we want to know is, did this actually take place? Because obviously this is very serious heading into this new team. The NFL has its own set of rules, so we have to see how this plays out. But that is the latest. It's going to unfold as the day goes on heading into the weekend. So it's unfortunate. But that is the latest.
Let's turn to my team, my son's team, the Saints. We know that earlier this week we reported on Drew Brees. He's taken a hit for something done off the field, actually promoting Take Your Bible to School Day. Left-leaning organizations and media outlets are bashing him for working with Focus on the Family because of that organization's conservative views and its traditional stance on marriage. I know Drew Brees also responded. Many may not have heard that. So what's he said, and what's your take on how this is all playing out?
Well, first of all, if you look at the video or listen to it, he didn't say anything about who you could and could not marry. This is strictly about this event, Bring Your Bible to School Day. And I mean, there's several organizations in just about every high school across the country. FCA is also included in that, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. So what he's supporting isn't foreign. It's just an event that literally just encourages kids to share their faith at school. So he didn't say anything about who you could and could not marry. So to try to suggest that he said anything else is absurd. I've interviewed Drew, and he's a fantastic gentleman, solid man of God, and that's not who he is. He even responded with 2 verses. He said, hey, these are the verses that I live by. Love God with all your might, and love your neighbor as yourself. That's his response. He said, let me set the record straight. This is what I live by. And that love is all-inclusive. It doesn't matter your sexual orientation of any of that or any of that. And so to suggest that he's doing anything else is inaccurate.
Yeah, let's blow this one away, please. Now, other than our favorite teams, what are the games we should be watching for this weekend in college and professional?
Ephraim. Okay. I have to go with the Saints-Rams only because of what we saw in the NFC Championship game with these 2 teams.
You got it right.
The controversial call. This is a grudge match. We don't know that if the officials made that call, if they got it right, the Saints might have made it to the Super Bowl, and we may have had a different outcome.
If they got it right.
If they got it right. So I want to see that just because of that. But also on the college level, I've got to keep my eyes on Alabama and Clemson. Alabama's got South Carolina. Clemson has Syracuse. I just want to see how this championship game is going to shape up. I'll be watching them all season. I'm excited. It's always exciting watching Alabama and Clemson. So very excited to see those 2 games.
We'll be watching that for sure. So what's coming up this weekend on your show, Going the Distance?
Yes. Okay, so look, I did the whole show from my alma mater, Virginia Union University.
They let you come back.
They let me come back, man. My old stomping ground. Caught up with my fraternity brothers, our fraternity brothers.
Yes,
indeed. The men of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, A-Phi. They had me out there stepping, man. So very, very fun. A lot of fun. But I've got an interview with Tony Dungy coming up about his new book, The Soul of a Team. I've got interviews with my colleague Tom Beering, caught up with Alabama QB Tua Tagovailoa, and we also have Houston Astros relief pitcher Will Harris. So it's going to be a good show. Saturday, 7:30 Eastern, man. Sunday, 6:30 Eastern.
You got it.
It's going to be fun.
7:30, 6:30 Eastern on the CBN News Channel. Thank you, Shawn.